Yesterday, I was listening to Jay Shetty's podcast, which is called On Purpose. He has on a variety of just interesting thinkers and different types of people talking about different kinds of things. And he was speaking in this episode to singer songwriter John Legend. And part of the conversation was about Legend's creative process and who he brings into the studio, how he works with them once they're in their studio, and just the exchange of ideas that happens in that space. And he was saying the most interesting things. I have a quote here that I wrote down. He said, this was John Legend: "I try not to have an ego about my ideas. You need to have that openness to other people's ideas, that humility. Part of what I'm really good at is that spirit of collaboration. I understand that all the great ideas don't need to come from me and that I can benefit from this other energy and creativity in the room and be humble enough to receive it." And I wrote it down because when I heard that, I was like, this touches so much on the role of a book coach. We're in the room with our writers, meaning they bring us into their creative process and into their creative space, and they need to trust us to fail in that space, to try things out in that space, to bounce things around in that space. And they need to know that the collaborative process, that exchange of energy and ideas, is doesn't take away from what they're writing. I think so many people are afraid, so many writers are afraid that if they talk to anyone about their idea, share their idea, bring anybody else's energy into their process, that it somehow makes that idea not their own. There's this shame around asking for help, which, when you think about it, is crazy, because open any single book on yourself and look at the acknowledgments page, and you're going to see dozens and dozens of people that writer is thanking for their help. And sometimes it's really tangible things like, thank you for letting me hole up in your guest house and write my book, or thank you for giving me money if they're thanking an institution or something, or cooking me meals. But most of the acknowledgments are, thanks for talking about my idea, thanks for reading my pages, thanks for supporting me when I felt doubt. It's about the process itself. If we can remember that, and if we can help our writers feel comfortable that their idea is sacred, that we honor the fact that it's theirs, and that we're there to help them make that idea the best that we can. And I love that notion that John Legend shares about taking his ego out of it. Way easier said than done. I mean, I know this about my own business. There is a sense where you want to be the one, you want to be the one who had the idea, or the solution, or whatever it is, and that doesn't get you very far. We need other people's ideas and energy. And I think just remembering that your writers may be feeling nervous about that in the beginning, but certainly by the end, they're going to feel that same thing, that same power of the collaborative energy. And it's our job to help them get to that knowing and that understanding.